Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. I am so excited for this vlog because it is a weekend reset vlog and specifically a restful weekend reset. Over the past couple of weeks, we have been doing just so many adult things like prepping for buying a home, for finishing our taxes, just so many things that are not fun and definitely the opposite of restful. And so I am excited this weekend just to have a chill weekend, but also getting a lot of things done. You know, we are going to be traveling a lot in March, like a lot in March and even this coming weekend. And so I just wanted to have a weekend of being home, enjoying our home, doing things around the house, but also getting things done too. So I'll share what's on the agenda for the weekend. But to start this morning, I slept until 9 o'clock. I did not work out, which we have kind of been on a kick of working out in the morning, but lately it's been nice to spend, a couple Saturdays a month to just get to sleep in and not have an alarm, which felt amazing. It's a beautiful sunny day. I think we're going to try to go to the farmer's market here soon, and it made me want to read this because I got this in my PO box. If you're watching this, thank you so much. This is a book called Every Moment Holy, and it essentially has a bunch of different verses and liturgies, things that you're going through, or just simple moments too. Like there's one for one who was employed, for the planting of flowers, for the feasting with friends, before consuming media, for first waking. And I really loved this one that was the ritual of morning coffee, because I just poured myself my morning coffee, and it says, "Meet me, O Christ, in the stillness of the morning. Move me, O Spirit, to quiet my heart. Mend me, O Father, from yesterday's harms. From the discords of yesterday, resurrect my peace. From the discouragements of yesterday, resurrect my hope. From the weariness of yesterday, resurrect my strength. From the doubts of yesterday, resurrect my faith. From the wounds of yesterday, resurrect my love. Let me enter this new day aware of my need and awake to your grace, O Lord," which I just thought was so sweet. For the agenda for this weekend, I wanted to sleep in. I actually had that on my to-do list because I wanted to get a lot of rest. I want to try to go to the farmer's market. We're seeing family tonight, which will be really fun. And then I'm going to record a podcast too, so I'll probably do that before we head over to see family. And then on Sunday, we have church. I want to start decluttering areas of our home that we've been avoiding, because if we buy a home or if we don't buy a home, we are moving out of this apartment. I want to start going through those places that we haven't quite focused on. So there's a lot of areas in our closet that I want to go through, tidy up, do a bit of a deep clean in the bathroom. I also want to plan out my week ahead because we are going to be traveling this weekend. I need to get things done earlier. And then I also need to edit a podcast. So that is pretty much everything that I want to do this weekend, and also just kind of soak up small moments of rest that I know my body is craving. But right now I'm just responding to some comments because I post on Saturdays and I always like to respond for the first hour. So I've been sitting here. It's been such a vibe sitting with my candle and my coffee. I also wanted to mention that this set that I'm wearing is from Target, but I think it's so cute. I love it because it looks like the Free People in Movement line, which their stuff is just so cute. I've been wearing this morning. I usually wear a top over this when I actually work out, and I'm wearing a size small in this. I probably could have gone a size smaller and the leggings are a little bit loose, but I think it's really cute and comfy. From H&M a while ago, and then my Target cardigan, which doesn't really vibe with it. It's a little chilly, so we're wearing that. And then my favorite boots from Steve Madden. The Dallas Farmers Market is a little bit different because it's not really the kind where they have fresh produce and those kinds of things. It's more they have bread, canned goods. It's a lot of individual vendors who sell kind of pre-made stuff, but it's still fun. It's just more commercialized, I would say. And then they have an area with coffee shops, food trucks, that kind of thing. So it's just a fun place to go on a Saturday. We are back from the farmer's market. It was actually so nice. It was definitely crowded if you go. It took us a while to find a parking spot, but I actually feel like we got quite a few things. So I'll show you guys what we got. Also, our kitchen light currently doesn't work because there is a hole in our ceiling. There was a leak up here that they're fixing, and I think they're coming on Monday to finish it. So we just have kind of a dark kitchen right now, but it's not too bad because we have the lights from the window. Here's our farmer's market haul. I ended up finding a produce place that actually sold produce aside from the market. I forgot the name of it, but I'll put it right here if I figure out. We just got a couple of apples, couple of grapefruits, oranges, and then they had these berries that looked amazing. So we just got some strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. And then one of the markets had, I think this is Japanese milk bread, which looked good. So we just picked that up too. And then I also stopped by my favorite plant store, and I ended up getting a macrame hanger and a hook to hang up this pothos plant over there. We're gonna try to hang it up here sometime, but I was glad that I found it. Is he chasing his tail? Mickey. Yesterday I stopped by my favorite pet store in Dallas. It's called Uptown Pup. They have really cute stuff, but I noticed that they had one of these silicone treat makers where you can just freeze some stuff in here in your freezer that your dog likes. So I made these this morning that just have Greek yogurt, peanut butter, and banana in them. I just freeze it for a couple of hours, and it's nice because you can just have treats using stuff that you have on hand instead of buying them. So I'll have one of these linked down below. I think you can get these off Amazon too, but I've always wanted to make some, so I'm excited to do that. We are getting ready to meet my family at Torchy's. We're gonna go have dinner and then hang out over at Lindsay's house and see the kids, which will be nice. I'm also really hungry, so ready to get some Torchy's, some good queso. Sunday. Last night was so much fun with my family. We ended up going to Torchy's like I had mentioned, and then we played games over at Lindsay's house, and I just love my family so much. And even though we're so close to them, we're only about 45 minutes, I feel like we hadn't actually hung out with them in that way in a long time, so it was really sweet to get to do that. But it's Sunday morning. We have church at 11 today, but even on Sundays I try to wake up a little bit earlier, not super early, like I woke up at 7:45, so it was not that early, but just getting a couple of things done before we go to church, it kind of helps me feel less overwhelmed if there's a lot of small things that I want to get done. So I went ahead and unloaded the dishwasher, did all my morning things, took Cash out, fed Cash, and this morning I'm actually going to read some of my devotional, which I do every day during the week, but to be completely honest, sometimes I kind of rush through this on weekdays because I'm thinking about all the things that have to get done, and I'm just not as intentional with reading it. And so I'm reading My Utmost for His Highest. It's a daily devotional that I love. This is one of my favorite ones I've ever read, but essentially at the top of each one of these, there's a bit of scripture that you can read through. And so on the weekends, I really like to try to read the scripture a little bit more thoughtfully and not rush through it, and pray and just spend closer to maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes instead of rushing through and doing it in 10 minutes like I do on the weekdays. I also have a bit of my podcast I want to try to get some editing done. I don't know if I'll finish that before I need to get ready, but we'll get ready, go to church, and then I'm gonna have Aiden do some grocery shopping for us because I have some things around the house I want to get done, like the decluttering, which I think is going to take a while. I want to make a good meal tonight too. like a good half-baked harvest meal or something like that. So we'll see. I'll do some meal planning with you guys. I want to try to tidy up too, clean up the place, and then just plan out my week a little bit. So that's the rest of the day. This is kind of like my Sunday reset routine that I have a whole video on, but maybe not as crazy as that one. So I'm excited to take you guys along this Sunday though, because it always feels good having a Sunday that's restful, but also a bit productive, because I think it just sets you up for the week. So just finished getting ready for church. I'm wearing this dress that I got in my Newly order, which I've never really worn something like this. The high neck I feel like is a little bit different for me, but I thought it was cute for church. And then my shoes that I'm wearing, these are from Naturalizer. They're just these brown boots. I've worn these quite a few times, but I thought they looked cute with it.
He knows what we need and how to meet those needs. When those needs don't feel like they're met according to a standard of living around us, that's where we feel the rub, isn't it?
We just got back from church, which was awesome. It was such a good service. And then we ended up driving by a house that we were potentially going to tour, but they couldn't tour today. So we just drove by it. And I'm gonna go ahead and take Cash for a little walk here soon. I wanna take him to a prettier park that we're actually gonna drive to, just because it's nice to do that on a Sunday when we have time. But before then, I'm gonna make myself a Daily Harvest smoothie. This isn't sponsored, but I love Daily Harvest. I have become obsessed with their smoothies. So this one is strawberry peach. And then on the side, they have all the ingredients in it. So this one has strawberry, banana, peach, raspberry, oats, and goji berry. So I'm gonna have this just as a little snack because I ate breakfast a little bit later. I do have a code with Daily Harvest. I'll have it down below if you're interested. I forgot how much you get off. Just awesome. And with these smoothies, you can actually add protein if you want it to be a little bit more filling, but just because I'm gonna have food later when we get back. We are back from our walk, which was really great, and now I'm about to go through our closet and do a little bit of decluttering. There are parts of the closet that I just haven't gone through in quite some time. Like we have a bunch of documents and old things up on the shelves, and then there's a bucket on the ground that has old clothes from different seasons, but I kind of just want to start going through all those areas and not keeping things that we don't need. And so I'm going to go through there, go through those things, and then after that I'll probably start cleaning. I'm probably going to clean our bathroom, do a vacuum, probably mop the floors too, just wipe down surfaces and do kind of a light clean. The closet is where we need to start though. So I'm probably gonna pop in a podcast or a video and just get going. So these are all the areas up here that I just haven't really gone through in a while. We have old Christmas decor, which I'm gonna keep, but I just wanna go through and make sure we don't have anything that we don't actually need. And then also down here in that bucket, it's kind of just a bunch of everything. And I just don't wanna keep this stuff anymore. So we're gonna go through, get rid of some stuff. This bucket of stuff. I don't really know what's in here. It's like old clothes and everything. So I'm gonna have a keep pile, a pile of stuff to wash, and then a pile to give away. This bucket right here are all my swimsuits. So I'm gonna go through here and organize and get rid of some because I haven't done this in a while. And we're going to Florida in March, which I'm super excited about. And so I want to have all of my good options in here and not random swimsuits that I just haven't worn in a while. So we're gonna go through these. to decluttering sentimental things, for me, I try to only keep the things that I actually do love looking back on. And so I don't keep every single birthday card I ever get or anything like that, but there are certain notes that I do like to keep, like things from my parents, because my parents just always write really thoughtful cards, so I like to keep those. And then I have some from my grandparents. And then here in this envelope, these are all the letters that Aiden has given me over the years, so I like to keep these because obviously those are just really special things to keep. But there are random cards that I will keep that are nice, but they don't have long notes in them or anything, so I usually try to get rid of those. And then I do always like to keep things like this is the box that my engagement ring was in, so I like to have those memories. But I do think it's good to periodically go through your more sentimental things, because you'll find that sometimes you'll be less attached to them over the years and you don't actually need to keep them. They're just taking up space. So I always like to go through here periodically, but I typically don't end up getting rid of too many things, but it's still good to go through. It also just brings me joy going through these things again because it brings back old memories. And then here in this box, these are all the letters that I have from my P.O. box. And I actually do read back over these because they're just so sweet. So I just like to keep these in our closet as well. Okay, I just finished organizing everything and it doesn't look that much different, but we went through all of these bins up here, got rid of so much stuff, also got stuff for donations. Everything in this closet are things that we want to take with us when we eventually move. So it feels good just to only have things that we want to keep. I also went through and organized our shoes because those always get kind of messy, and took down ones up here that I'm gonna want once the weather gets a little bit warmer. Went through all of these bins and organized them. So the closet is officially completely decluttered, which feels amazing. I just finished cleaning the bathroom. I didn't record because my camera died, but it feels so good to have a clean space. That only took me probably an hour and a half to do a quick clean of doing the vacuuming, the bathroom, and just tidying up. The closet feels so good to have that done. And then right now Aiden is at the grocery store, so he's gonna get us our groceries for the week. 5:45, it's almost 6. And what I like to do is just take 30 minutes on Sundays to kind of map out my week. So I'll look at my calendar. I just use Google Calendar for all of my personal stuff and business stuff. I really like Google Calendar. I think it's nice to have everything in one place. And I'm going to use one of these templates, which is from Melena's Templates. I have these linked down below. I believe I don't know if my code is still active, but I really like using these just with an expo marker and going through it. We are going out of town Thursday to Tuesday. And so when we have a weekend trip, I like to make sure I'm just really on top of getting things done, because there's always one thing that ends up being put on the back burner. And I'm also excited because the house that we drove by today, the realtor just called and asked if we wanted to see it this week. So we're going to go this week sometime to look at it, which the area around that house was so cute. I tried to get a couple of clips, but there were so many longhorns and cattle and horses, which is something that I've just missed, being around nature and having that. And it's hard to find that when you live in the Dallas area, because you just don't see that as much unless you go out of like the suburbs in the city. All that to say, whenever we're dealing with life changes and all that, I like to have all of the stuff that I can control in order. And so I don't typically do much work on Sundays, but I do like to get things in order. I also forgot to say, I moved my desk to face this way, which I think is not supposed to be good for feng shui, or I don't even remember how to say it. I don't think you're supposed to have your back turned to a living space, but I talked about this in another vlog, but our windows do not have super great insulation and they keep getting really wet because the weather's been all over the place recently, and there has been a mildew problem on our windows, and we've had maintenance come in and out because we've also had pipes that have been leaking, and they said to keep this area clear and just not have my desk here. Also, I've been having laptop issues, which I was worried was because of water damage from the window. So I just wanted to move all my stuff away from the window so we could clean this better, and so my laptop does not die, because I really don't want to buy a $3,000 laptop right now. And so that is why it's here. It's not an ideal spot. I don't love it here, but it just is what it is. I do think I'll be more productive because I'm facing a wall and now trees and everything. But let's plan out our week a little bit. Let's see what we want to get done this week. It is time to make some dinner, and our kitchen is so dark right now because that light is broke, but I'll try to record some of it. I am making I have hiccups right now. I'm making these bang bang shrimp tacos with fried avocado. This is a new recipe from Tegan of Half Baked Harvest. You all know I love her recipes very much, so I'm gonna make these tonight. I love the fried avocado tacos from Torchy's, and these look really similar but with shrimp. So even though we had tacos last night, I still think it'll be nice to make these. They sound really nice and fresh. I also like to pre-make a salad to have in our fridge for the week and then also for dinner tonight. And what I've been doing, this is a game changer if you like really chopped salads. I just take a spring mix, just a normal spring mix, and then a bag of coleslaw. So this usually has carrots, cabbage, and then I take green onions. I just chop everything super finely. It's kind of like the green goddess salad, but I just have this in the fridge and then we use different dressings when we want them. But it's nice to have it all chopped and ready. Lord God Almighty. We just finished watching our show. We've been watching 1883, which is so good. They have new episodes come out on Sundays, so we started watching them on Sundays because I finally got caught up. We're about to head to bed. It's about 9:45, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching and just coming along with me this weekend. It was a really restful weekend. Aiden's cleaning up dinner right now, but it was definitely a very restful weekend. I feel ready for the week ahead and just ready to have a productive week after taking that time to rest and recharge. So just encourage you to take that time when you need it and to really slow down and enjoy us having a simple weekend if that's something that you need. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like always, I just appreciate you all so much, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.